The mindset that you have determines the quality of the life that you experience, because your mindset governs what decisions you make, how you treat people, how you perceive the world, and ultimately how you feel, and the quality of life that you experience as a result. So your mindset is absolutely crucial when it comes to crafting the life you want. And I support many of my clients in crafting and developing a mindset that's going to serve them. And one of the things I want to talk about in this video is the victim mentality and why you should avoid it. Before we get into it, I'm Desh, I'm a qualified counsellor, and my job is to support my clients in crafting their best life. And the key area that we work with is in the victim mentality and how you can avoid becoming a victim. So I'm going to run through 3 examples of when this may play out, what it looks like, what it means, and more importantly, how you can overcome it. So what is the victim mindset? The victim mindset is essentially believing that you are powerless, that you are helpless, that you need constant help and support for different things, that you're not able to take on responsibility to problem solve or to fix the issue. You always rely on someone else to fix the problem for you, even if you are capable. You just don't feel you are. This is an example of the victim mindset, which impacts you in so many different areas of life, because you can't undertake things that you know you can achieve, or that's things that might be difficult that you fail in, and because you fail in it, you think, oh, I can't do it, it's not meant for me, this person can do it, they're so much better than I am. So there is this kind of constant comparison and putting yourself down in front of others, which encourages and fosters this victim mentality. When you play the victim, you're going to get one of 2 responses usually. You're going to get someone who's going to rescue you, which is someone who's going to fix the problem for you. Perhaps they feel sorry for you, perhaps they feel some pity and they're going to fix the problem for you. Or maybe they've been fixing your problems their whole life and now you rely on them constantly to fix things for you. Or you're going to get someone who teaches you, who essentially teaches you how to solve that problem, who gives you the skills to be able to tackle the problem next time, and is there to guide you if you fail, if you don't succeed, so that you can learn failure does not mean that you are not capable. It's simply a natural part of the learning process. Now, understanding when you play a victim is really crucial, because you will then better understand why perhaps people treat you a certain way, or why you may expect a certain reaction from other people. So what I mean by that is, do you tend to find yourself sometimes feeling sorry for yourself or wanting other people to feel sorry for you? Do you kind of put yourself down, say, I'm not capable, I can't do this thing, you're so much better at it than me, I need you to help me? Do you kind of do that? Do you feel like it's sympathy for yourself? Do you want others to put pity on you? Because if so, then that's an example of you having a victim mindset, believing you're not enough. And so I'm now going to go into 3 examples of where this plays out. Bad things always happen to me. This is a very common statement, a very common catastrophic thought that people have. You can see the impact that that statement has on your mindset. If you're saying to yourself, bad things always happen to me, guess what? You are now expecting bad things to happen to you. Even if life is fine, bad things are not happening to you, you are now looking out for the bad thing to happen. And you're hyper-focused on the negative in order for it to match how you perceive the world and that thought that you have. So for instance, Sarah feels that she is always subject to misfortune. Whether she doesn't get a promotion at work, whether she gets a flat tire, whether she has a disagreement with a friend, she always believes it's because bad things always happen to me. And because she believes bad things always happens to her, she's miserable as a result. She's depressed, she's highly anxious, she feels she's helpless, she has no control, and it's impacted her ability to enjoy life. It's impacted her ability to take on responsibility, because she feels that she's just going to end up failing and she doesn't even bother trying anymore. So this is a common reaction and feeling that we have when we think bad things always happen, and it very quickly fosters this toxic, negative victim mindset that we have, that we can't do anything. Now for Sarah, the shift is going to be focusing on the things that she can control, that she can influence, that she can have an impact on, and to acknowledge the challenges she's facing. So instead of looking at it as bad things always happen to me and being doomed by that statement, she can look and say, look, my life is challenging. It's full of challenges. I'm struggling at work, I'm struggling in my relationships, I'm not really able to make friends as quickly as I want. So you end up looking at the challenges and then focusing on what can I control? How can I improve in each of these areas? And so whether that's to take steps to improve the career, to relationships, or making positive adjustments in Sarah's attitude, then she is able to shift out of that victim mindset and go into what can I do? So rather than bad things always happen to me, I'm helpless, I'm out of control, I have no say in how things go for me, the shift is going to be towards what can I do to improve in this area? How many times do I need to practice this in order to get better? How can I set my life up and my mindset towards doing things consistently and regularly without burning myself out? Because I know the more I do it, the more I'll become more skilled and get better and reach my goals. So now you've gone from this victim mindset where everything bad happens to I'm going to take ownership, I'm going to take responsibility, and I'm going to start working towards the things that I want. The second example is I'll never be successful because of my past. Maria had a difficult childhood, there's no doubt. She struggled financially, there were many family issues, she watched a lot of conflict and even violence in her past, and it really impacted her ability to trust people, and that impacted her chances of getting into relationships, and she's now struggling at work and she's struggling to find someone who can really care for her. So there's no doubt that her past has had an impact on her life and the choices she's been able to make and where she feels that she is not able to succeed. And as an adult, she just feels that her past is this insurmountable barrier. She can't overcome it. She cannot overcome the traumas and negative experiences that she had in her past. And she feels it's affecting her future. It's affecting her life at the moment. And there's no way around it because she can no longer go back and change her past. So the victim mentality is very much that she's stuck in her past and that she's allowing her past to define her now. The past, which has already occurred, is defining her present actions now. It's defining her ability to enjoy life. It's preventing her from taking actions to pursue her goals. It's preventing her from planning. It's preventing her from moving forward. Now the shift comes by looking at, rather than allowing my past to define me, I can accept and acknowledge that I had a difficult past, but that it is indeed now past. I am in a place in my life where I know I can make decisions that do not have to repeat the previous cycles from my past experience, and that will allow me to achieve the goals I want to. Maria can take ownership in her choices. She can decide to invest in herself for once where perhaps no one did. She can enhance her self-awareness. She can learn different tools, techniques, skills in order to be able to regulate herself emotionally, love herself and care for herself, so she can get to a place where she's able to enter into a relationship knowing she can look after herself and being able to better trust that person to meet other needs that she may need taken care of. It is through those choices where she's able to create a new narrative for her life. And the third example is that everyone is out to get me. Everyone is plotting against me. So John does not get along with his co-workers because he feels constantly criticized and attacked by them. Now his co-workers are offering him feedback on some tasks that he's been asked to do. And instead of using that as an opportunity to learn where he can improve for next time, John is perceiving it as a threat because he feels that his co-workers are out to get him, that they are out to attack him. So he takes things very personally, and as a result he becomes defensive. And instead of taking the feedback for what it is, he is perceiving it as they're trying to sabotage my career. They're out to get me. I can't trust them. I must defend myself and protect myself. Now, many things may have happened in John's past for him to feel that way. However, what's crucial is the victim mindset at play here. It is everyone's out to get me. Everyone's trying to criticize me. Maybe because he's received so much criticism from his life, he's now come to expect that from others, and as a result, he's become defensive. He is unable to see any growth or opportunity to learn, and as a result, he takes things personally and becomes defensive, batting away any feedback or any perceived criticism that he's getting. Now, it may be that John experienced a lot of criticism in his life, and this is maybe why he feels that way. However, instead of using those experiences as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to get feedback, to try new things, he's stuck in his way of doing things. He's stuck in this defensive mindset, which is making him to be a victim because he's not able to grow, to learn, to give an opportunity to fail, to be open-minded, to hear what other people have to say. He's just perceiving it through a very strict defensive lens, and it can be very difficult to reach out to people like that. And what John needs to do is he needs to shift. Instead of feeling persecuted, he needs to view the feedback as a helpful part of development and personal growth. And by developing the willingness to emotionally sit with uncomfortable feelings, to use empathy, to listen to other people, to understand where others are coming from, that not everyone is coming from an ill-intentioned place. Some people want to help him to grow, give him feedback so that he can thrive. He needs to be able to develop that resilience and empathy to listen to the feedback and say, actually, these are good points. That, some points maybe I don't agree with, but these points I actually do agree with. They've got a good point. Maybe I can try to change this for next time. And what will happen as a result is he will be able to improve his skills at work and thrive in his career. All because he shifted out of a victim mindset into one that is more willing, open-minded, and willing to engage with his co-workers. Now, on the back of those 3 examples, I want to share very quickly 3 skills that you can develop and that you need to consider in order to avoid you going through those same scenarios and in order for you to get out and break free from the victim mindset. Step number 1 is for sure to reframe your negative thoughts. Any thoughts that you have that you feel are contributing to you being a victim, reframe it. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, this is challenging, but I'm willing to figure out a way how to do this. Maybe there's someone who's doing this and I'm able to learn from them. Maybe I can go on YouTube and figure out who's talking about this certain problem I'm dealing with. What did they do? What can I learn from them? Perhaps they can signpost me to someone who knows. So automatically, by being solution focused and getting out of the I can't do this mentality, you are able to find the solution and break free from it. So reframing your negative thoughts helps because it is often our thoughts that keep us stuck. The second skill is to develop a growth mindset. Be open-minded, be willing, and prioritize growth in your life. Be willing to sit with failure. View every failure as a learning experience. Not that you are not capable to do it. Not that it's affirming this belief you have that you're not capable or anything like that. It is simply another stepping stone to get to where you want to get to. Always remember that, because if not, you will quickly burn out. And the third skill I want to share with you is take responsibility. Take responsibility. If you say to yourself, I'm not capable, I don't deserve to do things, I'm useless, I'm hopeless, I should not have any more responsibility than I do, then you definitely need to take more. You need to lean into it. You need to, with the growth mindset and with your ability to reframe your negative thoughts, you need to take on more responsibility so you can show yourself that you are capable. Even if you fail, you know that eventually with enough consistent practice, you will succeed. You will achieve things. And that will be this kind of reward that, proof, I can do it. I am able. This victim mindset that I had was all in my head and I let it dictate me for so long. So if you're watching this, and any of this resonates with you, just ask yourself, how much longer am I willing to be a victim? And it could be in any area of your life. Review those 3 examples and develop those 3 skills so you can break free from being a victim yourself. Comment below if there's any other area of your life or any example you can think of where being a victim is really detrimental for you. I really want to hear about it. Please like and subscribe. There's going to be more content coming out very soon.